Hey, Jets fans, what's going on? Ken Rayder here for Raider Sports. Now, obviously, I'm a Dolphins fan, so maybe I should recuse myself from this conversation, but I'm here to announce your freedom from your frustrations over Mike Maccagnan. Obviously, his roster moves have not been the greatest, from picking aging stars and overpaying them to just terrible draft picks. The on-field results have been bad. I mean, this team has been bad for quite some time now, and it showed signs of being better, but it obviously wasn't. And let's start with the reasons why Maccagnan was fired. One, results matter. 4-12 gets a lot of people fired. It just happens. And with the new coach, such as Adam Gase, coming in, that usually triggers somewhat of a snowball effect within the organization. Now let's go to Adam Gase. Adam Gase could be another big reason why Maccagnan was fired. Because Adam Gase is the kind of coach. I know this. I have dealt with this for 3 years now. Being a Dolphins fan, I have dealt with Adam Gase, so I know exactly what type of person he is. He's one of those people. He's going to be authoritarian. He's going to pound the desk. He's going to ask, demand, and usually does end up getting in the long run what he wants. He had full authority of the Miami Dolphins. He was pretty much playing GM without the official title. And so one of the reasons he was fired was because he had so much power within the organization, even though the organization itself was structured in some weird way in which nobody actually knew what was going on. So it can't really be his fault, but the on-field play and the fact that the offense never really got going in Miami. Again, he didn't have the quarterback continuity, so it couldn't. So a lot of this is his fault, where a lot of it wasn't. It was just kind of a mess, and the organization just needed to be cleaned out. But Adam Gase had full control over Miami, and I could see him going up to the Jets brass and saying, hey, Maccagnan doesn't know what he's doing. I don't feel comfortable, running this roster with him. I need a new guy. And the Jets finally looked over their history and been like, yeah, I could see that. Maccagnan does not know what he's doing. And so I could see Adam Gase's power play there, and them giving him the interim job, which he now has. Number two, his draft picks, Maccagnan's, have been horrible, terrible. I mean, let's just take Christian Hackenberg first. Obviously, this man can't play. He couldn't play in the AAF. He got benched and then was demoted to third string quarterback after the Memphis Express signed Johnny Manziel. They also drafted Bryce Petty. Yes, Bryce Petty, who I don't even know if is still on the roster. If he is, let me know in the comments. But obviously, Bryce Petty isn't a starter. It's Sam Darnold. And in my opinion, the judgment's still out on him. I mean, yeah, he showed flashes last year of being good. But now, these quarterbacks, they get into a sophomore slump and stuff. And so now, my question is, where does Adam Gase fit into being a general manager? Because let's just take what he did in Miami. He made the playoffs once his first year, 10-6. Not really his team. Lost Tannehill. Matt Moore took over. The team went 10-6 with like the worst point differential for any playoff team in the history of the NFL. They took a last place schedule. They beat up on the AFC South, and they beat up on the NFC West, I think, that year, and were able to put together somewhat decent of a record in order to kind of sneak in as the 6th seed, and we're one and done, losing to the Steelers. In 2017, okay, you can't really blame him, but you can because he's the one who really did pound the desk into getting Jay Cutler. The team went 6-10, but he had the right to say, hey, I didn't have Tannehill. We had to make a decision. Cutler only got one preseason game. That happens. So nobody can really blame him for the debacle 2017 became, and then last year he had Tannehill. That was his guy. He wanted to go the Tannehill route instead of try to trade up or anything like that in order to get a new quarterback. So Tannehill was the guy, and it just didn't work. And usually when somebody becomes a GM, they have a history of coaching and a history of lower front office management. And like Andy Reid, he's coached just about as long as Adam Gase has been alive. You take Bill Belichick, who's a coach GM. He's been in this game a long time too. I mean, Adam Gase, he's only coached 3 seasons, been a 4-year coordinator, and then a graduate assistant, offensive assistant, pretty much running people's coffees to him, and really doing a whole lot of nothing over at LSU and Detroit and everywhere else he went. He only had really 2 years with Peyton Manning and 1 year with Jay Cutler in Chicago that were even noted. And then he went to Miami and really couldn't fix that offense. As I said, lack of continuity. But I just don't see where he's fit to be the GM for the Jets. So I look forward to our 2019 bargain basement AFC East style division beatdown, where we're going to see who's worse, who can be worse, Miami or the Jets. Until next time, Jets fans, this is Ken Rayder signing out.